he's going to be atop my prospect list for pitchers within the system when I update it at some point here, in the next month or so. Whenever I update that list, Christian Scott is going to pass Blade Tidwell. He's going to be a top pitching prospect in the system. And Christian Scott, from a data perspective, is one of the more intriguing pitchers, around, certainly in the Mets system and throughout baseball. He has one of the most intriguing fastball shapes in the sport, probably. He's worked really hard on his slider and changeup. They're looking like, potential above average to average pitches. So he looks the part of a big league starter that needs to get some innings under his belt. He hasn't thrown many as a pro since the Mets drafted him out of Florida as a reliever. It's been a bit of a slow roll converting him to a starter, but it's very good to see a product of the Mets pitching development system under Eric Yeagers getting some national recognition.
Without a doubt. A guy that is older by standards of a prospect that isn't, or he will be, but hasn't been in Triple-A. He will turn 25 in June. But the good news is, Joe, as he, rose through from Brooklyn to Binghamton last year, the results were the same. He was just as good in Double-A as he was in A-ball. And ironically, his strikeouts went up in Double-A. So his strikeout over 9 was 11.2 in Double-A. So definitely from a stuff perspective, as you highlighted, an interesting arm in the Mets system. Although I think we both agree it'll probably be Mike Vasil that we see first out of the Mets pitching prospects. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah. So talking to people with the Mets, and David Stearns was even asked this by Andy Martino about Mike Vasil being the first up, and he kind of dodged it a little bit. I think Christian Scott's going to be the first one to make it of this group. And I would expect, like you said, Connor, Triple-A would probably be where he starts. But that's where I'm leaning right now. I think Christian Scott is going to beat Mike Vasil to the big leagues.
That's interesting. And it's not crazy. Vasil kind of had a rough go of it in Syracuse. He didn't get bombed, but he wasn't lights out.